So Howie Brown to get things back underway here for the Mangere East Hawks. 40 minutes potentially away from survival, and here we go. Kicks down towards the house end here at Murray Halberg Park, and a big carry off the back fence. I think they're from Luafalialo early on. And Akaola now into dummy half. Heads back towards the middle. Ekaroma takes us up over 35, so a couple of good carries to start the set for the Marist Saints. Back inside now, they come up towards halfway, so Mangere East now need to make sure their line speed is up to it here. Pretty positive start from the Marist Saints so far. Chanfun McFall looks out towards his right. They go up over halfway. 40 metres out from the line now, the Marist Saints. Chanfun McFall directing a little bit of traffic. He's going to go out the back door. Another handoff here, so last tackle coming up here for the Marist Saints.
Good metres gained.
Yeah, good, really professional first set from them, and now we await the kick. Savilio looks to the skies, and it's a high one. It looks like it's a little bit too deep for a chase, and Howie Brown is going to clean it up. Interesting, what's Howie Brown doing back there? A little tactical shift. I think Howie Brown moving to fullback, so how does that affect this one? We've seen his elusive running and how it's affected this one so far, so a nice take there from Brown. Starting this half at least at fullback now, and the outside backs come in to work it out. They make a break down here on the left. And he's into space now. He's gone 50, puts a little goose step on, 40 to go. Stepping Luafalio inside out. He might go all the way here. Excellent tackle there. Morgan Salisi, what a run, but Luafalialo makes the tackle here now. They've got numbers out towards the right. Mangere East. It's broken down. It's gone out the back. It's been scooped up by Setu. Two now heads back in field, just looking to settle things down. But what a recovering tackle there from Luafalialo. Chase Salisi all the way down the field and managed to recover there eventually. Nice take forward there from Tamua, settling things down a little bit.
It's the second time, though, that the Hawks have opened up the Saints, so a good opportunity now to turn this attack into some points.
Brown now chimes into the line, heads down that left edge there. Savilio gets involved and they take him down eventually. Got to watch out for his running out there on the fringes now. Machu on the ball. Machu, he's going to put a little kick through, takes a deflection. Ball is loose, scooped up by Marist, and I think we're going to have a knock-on here. We wait for confirmation.
Yes, knock-on from the Saints is the call we're seeing from Ream. And Mangere East, well, that's a perfect end to the set of 6, isn't it? We might be able to have a look at that again, Corey.
So the scrum prepares to pack down here. They're about 10 metres off their line, but an excellent start there for the Mangere East Hawks. Broke down the left through Morgan Salisi and eventually taken down. And then from there, the set sort of fell apart a little bit. They had to take a couple of settlers. They had a couple of sloppy passes, but they've still got the ball here as Machu now heads out towards this left edge. And just as we say that, they have scored, and it's Louis Lauhingoa who has gone over out wide, and once again the Marist Saints just caught not quite numbering up out there on the left edge, and this is a dream start for the visitors, the Mangere East Hawks. We see it here. Machu gets on the ball, and you can see there, Aaron, straight away a numbers advantage, and it's a simple draw and pass, and they are in on the corner. So the Marist Saints are disastrous.
They were caught napping, weren't they, really? And a great opportunity now. Mangere East again advanced to a 14-10 lead. Kick to come. Not the easiest of kicks, might I add, but I tell you what, you're right, draw and pass. And the Saints, well, they got their heads down. They won't be happy. That's not the start they wanted.
And potentially a bit of a concern there, Aaron. It's not the first time we've seen Marist sort of be punished off a scrum like that. Just a simple case, it looked like, of not numbering up correctly, and a couple of passes and there was an overlap. So a bit of a concern there for the Saints. We know they are missing a little bit of experience. They're missing their captain for starters, so maybe the talk a little bit down on the field. And we can see over on the bench, Tolia for Leo Pepe still on the bench with the ice on the leg. It doesn't look like he'll be back today.
No, that's probably where it's gone begging for them, I dare I say it. So a great opportunity now for Mangere East, the Hawks, to extend this lead. 14-10, kick to come from right by the chalk.
Howie Brown to attempt the conversion, missed his earlier one from easier position, and the ball flies off the tee, and we mentioned that kind of gusting wind here, little short gusts.
Swirling breeze almost, in fact, you could suggest.
And even the Seagulls, I think, struggling with it a little bit here today as they fly, and it looks like we may have to go old school and get the ball boy to hold it the next time. But in the meantime, Howie Brown pushes the kick away to the right. It was well short in the end, so the score remains Mangere East 14, Marist Saints 10. 4 minutes gone in the second half here. Round 18 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership.
No, it's a game of two halves, as Corey so politely alluded to, and Mangere East, of course, started off the most perfect way you'd want to start off. Danger sign for Marist. They've been opened up twice.
Yeah, that's right. Certainly for their edge defence, plenty of work to do as play gets back underway now. It's going to be taken at the back by Brown, who hands it off to Tukia. Takes it straight into the heart of them. Well tackled by Ikaroma down low as well.
What a run.
Fa'atiti onto the field, keen to get things going now. So interesting to see how that changes the dynamic of this one. The new hooker onto the field. Fa'atiti now into the bottom of the ruck, hands it off.
Crucial, Marist don't give away a penalty. Really crucial.
Toipolotu finding a little bit of work to do in the middle there. Fa'atiti now will hand it out towards the backs. Nice take forward there by Tukia. The 23-year-old Mangere East Junior spent a little bit of time at Papatoetoe. Fa'atiti now promotes a little bit of second phase. It goes again to Tukia, who takes it into Ikaroma. Great leg drive there from Tukia. Takes him up over halfway. Looks like they'll shift out towards the right edge now. Machu, Brown. Little float over the top there from V, but cleaned up nicely at the back from the number 2, Sanili Palamo there. Got to be a little bit careful, doesn't get dragged out here. Held is the call from Shane Ream. Setu backs off now, so Marist with a little bit of work to do coming off their line here. But again, both teams happy to trade blows early in the second half, Aaron.
They certainly are, and I can tell you what, plenty of confidence from the Mangere East Hawks as they're trying to turn their defence into attack. But, another goose step. It's been a goose step afternoon, hasn't it? And again, he's still got away. Look at him go.
Tony Tupanua didn't know he had it in his game. Actually, a little goose step at the line there for the big fella. Another of the late inclusions in this one now. They take it forward up to halfway now. Chanfun McFall out of dummy half will kick and finds them on the full, so not the ideal into the set there for the Marist Saints. And Mangere East might make them pay. Machu gets into space but goes too close to the sideline and has to throw it back. So
that could have been pear-shaped but well avoided. Pressure though for Marist to have the ball back, and Mangere East, they seem to have lifted it up a bit.
Just a little bit of probably inexperience there from the Mangere East team. Machu deciding to go down the short side there. It was a kind of low percentage play in terms of it coming off, and ends up in touch. So a little bit of a concern there for Matt Pilner. And it is going to matter in these closing exchanges how they handle the pressure here. They are a very inexperienced side. Look through their team list. Their oldest player is Vili Tukia at 30. And then from there, it's a couple of teenagers and a whole lot of guys in their early 20s.
30's not old.
No, that's right, spring chicken. Edemia now gets it first out from the scrum. Good carry forward there from Luafalialo. He's been good today, as has his brother Simon at the back. Speaking of the devil, here he is on the ball. Takes it up inside the 40 now. Chanfun McFall looking left and right. He's going to go back towards the middle of the park, where they'll bring Ikaroma onto the ball now. So 20 metres off their line here. The Marist Saints pushing hard. Edemia goes back door, finds Hukatai.
Second half underway, still across town, but there's going to be a try, I think. I think
So
they've got a
burrowed
try.
low. We wait for confirmation from referee Shane Ream, and he points to the spot, and it is indeed a try. And it is the number 2, Sanili Palamo, who has gone over for the Marist Saints. Another look here.
Bizarre try, wasn't it, really?
It really was, and you see the play the ball was a messy one. You can see Ulukita fighting there, gets wrestled over onto his back, and then from there, Palamo, well, he just darts out, and they're just not up to scratch, the Mangere East markers, and he crashes over. So out of nothing, the Marist Saints hit back, and they will have the opportunity to take the lead here with a conversion. But for the meantime, 14 points all, round 18 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership.
Around the grounds, it's still 6 points to 4. Tiatatu leading the Bears. So, opportunity now for Marist to have put themselves in front for the first time this afternoon.
I tell you what, if Tiatatu are able to get up for a result over Glenora, they will deserve to remain in the competition, because the Bears have been on fire this year. Of course, they will keep the Konaka Minolta Root Rooster for the remainder of the season after downing Mount Albert and Point Chevalier. Well, drawing with Point Chevalier in the last round, which was enough to see them keep it.
That was an epic game, wasn't it?
So, look, the Bears certainly one of those teams who are right in the mix for the Fox this year. We've got 4 competitive teams who are going to be playing finals footy this year in the Fox, and Glenora, one of them, led by the likes of Swape Kavaliku, playing some great footy there, and also Iplahami Loaki, who Warriors fans will remember from his days with the Warriors, and of course played for the Kiwis and Mate Maʻatonga as well. So Chanfun McFall to attempt this conversion.
Big kick, critical kick to put the Saints back in front for the first time this afternoon.
Time back on from referee Shane Ream. Lawrence keen to take every second he can to try and lower the heart rate a little. He knows it's a big one. Interesting, the talk in the Mangere East huddle right now I think will just be about little detail on little things like the marker defence, the little mistake they made out here on the left when Machu decided to go down the short side and got bundled into touch. But in the meantime, Chanfun McFall steps in and pushes it away to the left. So that is a big miss, and it leaves us tied at 14 points all here in the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. The Mangere Marist Saints up against the Burger King Mangere East Hawks.
Well, we did say it was fitting that it was even Stevens at half-time, and it's probably fitting now it's even Stevens with half an hour still to go here.
Right. Yeah, so interesting to see. The next couple of sets are going to be very important here in terms of establishing a little bit of dominance in this one. Expect Vili Tukia to play a big role for the Mangere East Hawks, and for the Marist Saints, watch for the outside backs to get involved.
How important is it for Marist not having their captain on the field?
Yeah, look, you've got to think that's going to play a role, and not just that, he's also a great player, you know, and in terms of their go forward, he's such a pivotal player for them, huge human being who no one likes tackling, so certainly losing Toliofa Leo Pepe in what was the first hit up of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
A massive blow for them. It looked like maybe a calf or ankle complaint for Leo Pepe, and doesn't look like he will return. But in the meantime, back to the action now, and Ekaroma takes it forward up over halfway, so the Marist Saints, plenty of big boys who can still do some damage here. Chanfun McFall moves into dummy half. Moves to his right, and a little underplay back into the middle of the park. Excellent run there from the Saints. Chanfun McFall pushing him out of dummy half now, keen to get things moving again. Idemia set at first receiver. Idemia on the ball. Got players out towards his left now. Luafalialo puts a little step on. He's into the gap here. Luafalialo only one to beat. Puts the fender on, but a great covering tackle there from Howie Brown. If they can get a quick play of the ball, they've got a numbers advantage out towards the right. That's exactly where they're going to go. Idemia sums it up, runs it. Hands it up, and the big intercept, and Machu is away. Machu's got 50 to go. The chase is on. The big fella's not going to catch him. Paridi Machu is going to score under the post. And a potential 12-point turnaround there. The Marist Saints looked like they were going to score in the right-hand corner, and instead, Idemia's pass picked off by Machu, and he goes 100 metres to score under the post. Heartbreak for the Marist Saints, but the Mangere East Hawks fans, there are a couple of them here at Murray Halberg Park loving that one as Machu goes in under the post. But boy, we've seen some tries against the run play today.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Like a thief in the night, he just ran right the way down and smacked it right under the black dot.
And there you can see Machu dotting down. The one-handed put down probably wasn't needed. I dare say Coach Matt Pilmer will warn him about that one. But boy,
Coach killers.
He was
one-handers
defending out there on the wing, and really it looked like they had the numbers advantage. Idemia took his time, summed things up, but then the spiral cutout just picked off by Machu.
To be fair, Marist should have scored at the other end.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So a real 12-point turnaround, you could say, or...
And the venue's gone silent. So
Howie Brown to attempt the conversion from right in front of the sticks, and it should be the Burger King Mangere East Hawks with a 20 points to 14 lead over the Mangere Marist Saints.
This is going to be good.
53 minutes gone here at Murray Halberg Park.
Brown should get this kick. It's right in front. And the Hawks, they'll be excited.
Flags are up.
Perfect.
Kick is good. And Howie Brown makes it 20 points to 14. So this seesawing affair takes another turn here. Mangere East Hawks now with a 6-point lead, completely against the run of play.
The pendulum swings one way and comes back the other, Corey. I tell you what.
So the Marist Saints to get things back underway here, and all the momentum with the Mangere East Hawks. And looks like we might have an update from around the grounds.
We certainly do. Chiatatu just blew a short try. It's still 6 points to 4 versus the Bears. So they had a chance to take that out to a 10-point to 4 lead, and they blew it across the line.
So it does look like excitement down to the final minute of the regular season here in the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership, and plenty to go in this one now. As we see Brown, it looks like it's V. Natane V has come with the knock-on at that.
Can you believe it?
Coach Killer does not even describe that one. Natane V puts it down after they score a miraculous try, and all of a sudden the Marist Saints are going to get An instant opportunity to hit back here.
How did he do that? I tell you what, though,
Matt Pilmer, what must he be thinking on the sideline right now? Your team just takes the lead, relieves themselves of a little bit of pressure, and then that happens. But the big one for the Marist Saints here, they need to take advantage. They don't need a score, but at the very least, they need to complete this set, make Mangere East do some work, maybe earn a repeat if they can. So Edamere feeds it, and they go out towards the right. Savilio turns play back inside there to Alamoti Finau.
Finau's played a fantastic game, just straight up all day long.
Tangatau takes a bit of a settler forward there. Savilio hanging off his shoulder, looking to promote a little bit of second phase. Nothing forthcoming on this occasion now. Chanfoon McFall moves into dummy half. Again, it goes to Finau, who has some footwork initially. Unfortunately, runs back towards where all the defenders are. What are you doing? Chanfoon McFall now into dummy half. Dummies, looks for the little burrow over. Good defence, Mangere East Hawks just holding on. This is close stuff here at Murray Halberg Park. Sione Toipulotu getting involved to deny him on that occasion. They swing it out now. Edamere on the ball. Edamere turns play back inside now to Ikaroma, who's going to go extremely close. Bumped off the initial one there. Nando Ikaroma very close. Chanfoon McFall. Savilio dribbles a little kick through. It's taken a deflection. Cleaned up by Machu at the back. Good defence, Mangere East Hawks.
Great defence. In fact, Marist had numbers on the open side. They went the wrong way.
So hats off to the Hawks there, and in particular a couple of the little dummy half burrows they saved there. We saw them concede one a few minutes ago, didn't we? So good to see they've learnt their lesson. Big contact there. And the runner was Jacob Tamur. Simon Edamere involved in the defence. Of course, Edamere playing his last game in the Fox Memorial Premiership before retiring at the end of the year. And
He'll be missed.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, an experienced campaigner, of course, played for the Samoa residents over the last couple of years as well. Really clever playmaker and a crucial part of this Marist Saints team. Now a little bit of second phase here from the Hawks. They need to be a little bit careful not to get too carried away. Now as Howie Brown is caught high from Edamere. Eventually it breaks through it. And Howie Brown through a little half gap here. Gets the off right away. Machu out the back. He's already seen him score one. He's got play looming back inside. Hands it off. And ladies and gentlemen, the Marist Saints have been made to pay yet again down that left edge. And it is Louis Lau Hengoa, who is going to score, but put it down to the work again of Pariti Machu. Made the break down the left there and then cleverly found his player backing up on the inside. But boy, Marist, again, they go from an opportunity down this end and straight away concede.
Unbelievable try. They're throwing it around like a hot potato. And I tell you what, the Hawks, they're flying high here at Murray Halberg.
And Aaron, if you think we're excited, we've got Matt Pilmer's mum to the side of us here.
I know.
And she is riding every play, so
we
fantastic
need the
to see
out.
the Mangere East support down here. So Natane V, again, a change of kicker. They've changed kicker a few times today.
They have. It's like a kicking rotation. It's like the old mod days. Everyone's got to take a turn.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe they're doing paper, scissors, rock to decide who gets the next chance. But it is going to be Natane V to attempt the conversion from in front of the sticks, and crucially, it would take it out to a 12-point lead if he can get it.
If he gets this kick, it's 2 converted tries to tie the ball game up. He shouldn't miss from here. Strikes it sweetly. Up go the flags.
And it is all good. And all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, the Mangere East Hawks, well, potentially are going to be playing Fox next year. We're going to wait for confirmation from results out at Jack Colvin Park, and we will bring you those as the game goes on out there. But certainly the Hawks are doing everything within their own power to ensure they remain in the first division next year. Marist to get it underway, and Aaron, Marist needs something big here. They need a couple of good sets, and they need to settle things down.
Well, they basically just need to first of all hold back Mangere East. They need to get the ball back, settle themselves down, and try and get a couple of repeat sets of 6. Failing to do that, well, we all know how the story ends, don't we?
So,
but good on the Mangere East Hawks. What a young team. They're throwing everything at it. They're throwing it around.
And look, they've attacked this game as you'd want them to. Plenty of confidence. They've just gone up there and played their footy. A better kick reception this time. No drop on the return, and they hand it off. And the Mangere East Hawks will look to do it all again now. The initial carry there from Tiriiri. Fa'atiti now. There's a couple of mouthfuls. They take it up now 40 metres off their line. And a couple of the interchange players now starting to get involved. Junior R4, the 27-year-old, another of the Mangere East juniors in this team. Fa'atiti now spreads play wide. Machu as they head up towards halfway now. A little half break there, a little bit of footwork from Morgan Salisi.
Great set of 6 from the Mangere East Hawks. Just settled it down nicely. They look dominant. They lose the ball out the back. Play on's the call though, and this is not what they wanted.
Picked up by Elu there, so
look at him.
a poor finish there, and again, boy, he just seems to have guys hanging off from this guy. He's had an excellent game down his edge of the field, and now we see Hukatai come in looking for a little bit of work.
Critical set of 6 for the Marist Saints. They need to have composure. They need to get down to the danger zone. They need to score points.
Absolutely. Now Ekaroma takes it forward. Boys, some of their middles have played big minutes today. The Marist Saints, Chanfun McFall, pointing, directing traffic now. Ooh. Scrappy old pass, which is picked up by Lua Faliala, but there's a knock on there. And the Marist Saints, they just seem to match errors with error right now. As soon as they get an opportunity from the Mangere East Hawks, they make a mistake in there. It was a shocking pass out of dummy half from Lawrence Chanfun McFall.
20 minutes to go. You'd have to suggest we've got some danger signs in the Marist Saints here. To be fair, those type of errors, unforced, aren't required.
And there's been a few of them, hasn't there, particularly in good ball situations, and they've been camped up against the line, just unable to execute today. Look, still plenty of time to fix that. And other than that, the Saints are playing good footy. They're certainly more than holding their own in the middle of the park. You would think now as Salisi breaks out there on the left. Elu involved in the tackle. Machu scrambles to dummy half to slow play the ball well. Controlled there at Amir, I think it was, finishing things off with a little bit of wrestle. Tukia now takes it into the heart there, but he's met by some solid defence from the Mangere, from the Marist Saints, I should say. 3-man tackle there now, and Fatiti spreads play out towards the right. Lavemai takes us up over halfway now. There's starting to be a little bit of noise down here at Murray Helberg Park, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, beautiful dance.
Fatiti dances out of dummy half. Toi Palutu now finds his way to dummy half. Setu 2 calling for the ball out here on this right edge now. Natane V dummies, goes inside. Where's a shot there from Tangatoa for his troubles? So 30 metres off the line here. The Mangere East Hawks need a good finish to this set. Playmakers set to either side of the ruck. Fatiti finds Machu. Machu will go to the sky. It's a deep one. Lua Falialo should be a clean catch. He's taken in the air, and that'll be a penalty, and a little bit of a dangerous one there in the end, wasn't it, Aaron? I don't think there was much intent in it.
And I don't believe they both were going for the bit of real estate up there. But I tell you what, though, that was exactly the set of 6 Mangere East needed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Marist are at 6s and 7s here.
So a big kick for touch there for Marist. So that's going to help. They are going to start this set from inside attacking territory. Great kick there from Pika Savilio. And here come the Saints, ladies and gentlemen. We are inside the final 20 minutes here. Round 18 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership.
No change over Jack Colvin. Tianatu still holding on. 6 points to 4.
Lua Falialo. Valentino takes it forward.
I think we need another 4 or 5 rounds of this competition.
Absolutely. Can't get enough of it. What a competition it is. And here we see great carry there from Aki Akaola.
Oh,
boy.
The big man. What did him go there?
Ekaroma takes them up inside the 30 now. So they are pushing hard here, the Marist Saints. And again, winning that middle battle, it would seem at this stage now, as Chanfun McFall darts out of dummy half, nicely taken down eventually there from the Mangere East Hawks, who are starting to struggle a little bit here, Aaron. A few of the boys struggling to get back into the line. Edamir on the ball, half to half. Sevilio, Falialo into the back line. They spread play out wide. It's gone out to Hukatai, puts on a little bit of footwork. Fends one, beats 2. Gets the ball out the back, and unfortunately there's no one there but Mangere East.
Oh dear. Another opportunity goes begging for the Saints.
Creative play from the Marist Saints. You cannot accuse them of not chancing their arm today. They've gone side to side looking for opportunities, but more often than not, unfortunately, just the last pass a little bit off or a kick off. And again, Mangere East let off the hook here, so a big set for them. They need to complete this set. They don't look content to take a settler though, as they spread play out to Setu 2, who wisely heads back in.
It doesn't matter if at the other end of the field or outside their own 10-metre line. They're playing hot potato football all the way around Mangere East. It's the youth in them. Look at that beautiful step outside a tackle.
Nice carry there from Reginald Samuelu, another of the teenagers in the squad, just 19 years of age. V turns play back inside. Nice carry forward from...
Good set of 6 from Mangere East.
So just short of halfway now. Natane V will kick out of dummy half, and he finds some grass. That's a great kick. Splits Lua Falialo and the winger at the back for the Marist Saints, Palamo. And the chase is up to it as well from the Mangere East. So they're doing all the little things right as it stands. The Hawks, as Palamo darts out of dummy half here. So they need a big set here, do the Marist Saints. They need a couple of big carries. They need a dynamic play, maybe an offload or something, get Luafalialo hanging off the shoulders, but so far a little bit one out here from the home side. They need 2 tries. It's a 12-point gap. Back towards the middle of the park. Here comes Valentino Luafalialo, fends off the initial attempt from Lava Mai. Tukia finishes it off with a bit of a shoulder. Odessa wouldn't have wanted to be on the receiving end of that one. Akaola, Savilio, Ilu. They hang off him again. Look at him.
He's just unbelievable. He's unstoppable, really. How he holds that ball in one hand, just passes it.
And he's just about, he's grabbing defenders by the scruff of the neck, basically. You know, he's almost making a tackle on the ball. He's been fantastic today and a real joy to watch down that edge. As Setu 2 now returns play for Mangere East, and it's a good return, a staggered line here for Marist. They need to be a little bit careful. 2 has broken, and he's into a little bit of space here. Great covering tackle there from Akaola, and eventually they finish him off with Ilu.
The man in question. Brings him down.
He is everywhere.
He is.
Toi Pelotu.
Danger signs for the Saints because Mangere East have certainly stepped up a notch. They have taken full control of this game now. They lead by 12 points, 26-14. We've got 15 minutes.
And they're in trouble here, Marist, aren't they? They look like they're tiring. They need something big. They need a stop, and then they need some luck, maybe a couple of penalties on attack to turn things around. Other than that, they're playing really good footy. Are the Saints that we see?
Oh, a penalty.
And a marginal one. It goes against the Saints there. It could have been a knock-on. Instead, ruled a hand on the ball from Ilu.
Will they take the 2? Would you take the 2? I'd take the 2.
Absolutely. I'm not a betting man, and I would certainly be taking the 2.
But they're not. They're going for the try.
And again, you mentioned that youthful exuberance. They're keen to play footy, which is actually pretty admirable, really, in this situation. I don't think they're really feeling the pressure of certainly what's at stake. Or maybe they know that Te Atatu's holding the lead out there, and they're keen to keep things ticking over.
This is the biggest set of 6 of the game.
And arguably the biggest set of the season for the Mangere East Hawks, because this is an opportunity now to ice this game. You would think it's going to be pretty hard for the Saints to come back from a 3-score deficit as Mangere East now go towards the middle and the big fellas get involved. Nice carry there from Vinny Chan, the 26-year-old second rower.
I've got numbers.
Machu, great tackle there though, out of the line.
Oh, they lost it back.
Dwayne Toko, ball is loose. Play on is the call. Howie Brown picks it up.
Again, Brown, he's everywhere. Real Mr. Fix-It man for Mangere East today.
So heavily set out towards the right. The kick gets dribbled through. It's picked up at the back by Toko, who puts a little bit of footwork on. Might have managed to escape. The end goal is going to be very close. And it is going to be caught in goal. So huge call there.
Yeah.
And the Marist Saints, they really needed that one to go their way. It was a good kick return, but just inches short of getting it back into the field of play. So Mangere East are going to get back-to-back uses of the ball. 13 minutes remaining here in this SAS Fox Memorial Premiership Clash. A big thank you to our principal sponsors, SAS, for the support of our numerous competitions. Also the principal sponsor of the College Rugby League competition as well. And we've got a little update from around the grounds, Aaron.
It's 6-all, Te Atatu versus Glenora. It's even Stevens at Jack Colvin Oval.
So as it stands, ladies and gentlemen, Mangere East will remain in the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership as it stands with a draw out at Jack Colvin Park. In the meantime, plenty of footy to be played here. Brown finds Tukia. Tukia takes it forward, 20 out from the line.
Do they settle it for the 1-pointer?
Absolutely, it's got to be an option at this stage, you would think.
12 or so minutes.
Heads out towards the left edge now, but a footwork from Sailisi out wide. Will they head back towards the middle? Will they go for the 1-pointer, as Aaron has alluded to? A bit of a settler here from Lave Mai. Takes it towards the sticks. It's looking that way. Natane V is set out the back. We wait to see where Howie Brown appears in this one. Toi Pelotu finds V. V comes back infield now.
He's dancing with him. Look at him.
Indeed.
Unbelievable.
Reginald Samuelu.
Bit of a foxtrot more than a waltz.
So here we go. Backdoor V. He's going to attempt the 1-pointer. It is good from in front of the sticks. And the Mangere East Hawks have a 13-point lead, ladies and gentlemen, with just over 11 minutes remaining here at Murray Halberg Park. Natane V adds the 1-pointer.
That's the ball game. That's the ball game.
And Aaron's calling it. I'm not 100% sure yet. I will wait to see a couple more sets in this one. But Aaron, you alluded to it, going for the 1-pointer. It's a smart play there from the Hawks, not to get caught in the moment and get white line fever, and well set up.
Absolutely. As the sun pours out at Murray Halberg Park, I tell you now, mathematically, it just mentally puts that barrier. They've got to now score 3 times.
Yeah, so a huge play there. The play of the season for the Mangere East Hawks. And at this stage, ladies and gentlemen, with Te Aratu locked up with Glenora, we can tell you that the Mangere East Hawks will be playing First Division footy next year. What a year it's been for them. A change of coach, Rob Nathan leaving at the end of the first round, and Matt Pilmer, the former coach for a number of years, taking over again, has come in and managed to get a couple of huge results for the Hawks. As play gets back underway, it's a sloppy, or scrappy one, I should say, down towards the corner, but well recovered in the end by Samuelu, who takes it forward. So the Saints, they need something, and they need something very soon in the next couple of sets if they are to rescue a result in this one. Remembering they are farewelling Simon Edemi. A good effort out of the line there from, I think it was Ekarima.
It was Ekarima, and I think he's injured himself as well. He's the big fella's stretching himself back there as he lives back. But look, here we go again.
Fatiti.
Intercept!
Intercept.
Oh,
Here we
no!
go. Oh, look, Keita now into a little bit of space. 2 tackles low. They get the ball out the back to Akaola, who goes forward. So here we go. Here it is for the Marist Saints.
Game on!
Now or never, you would think, for the Saints. Hukatai comes looking for work. The century's been good today. The former junior warrior takes it up very close. He's right up against the line there. Almost reached out. Perhaps wise not to do so. They get into dummy half. Spread play out the back. Loose ball. Elu, it may have been knocked on. Savilio dances. Savilio still gone. Savilio, he's going to go over next to the SAS upright. And that is going to be a try. So the Marist Saints have hit back. Savilio dances his way in after a scrappy play out towards the right, which looked like there may have been a knock on there, Aaron. But Marist played to the whistle, and Savilio dances his way in.
Absolutely. I tell you what, though, we may have called it too early.
There we see there on the instant replay, Savilio dances through right next to the SAS upright there. And that is a vital try. So 9 minutes remaining in this one. And the kick is good. So it is the Marist Saints 20, Mangere East Hawks 27, a 7-point ball game after that field goal a couple of sets ago.
I can't believe you actually called it at that one, Corey. I told you there was more game in this one. So that's where it is at the moment. 27 plays, 20. What's going to go on here? Now Mangere East is slowly making their way back to restart Marist. Hot on the attack. They need to score again and score quick. As Shane Ream decides they will stop the clock. What an afternoon of rugby league here for the SAS Fox Premiership. The final round of the regular season. Mangere East playing for everything they've got. Marist farewelling a couple of their guys. And I tell you what.
So, Aaron, we've got some serious mathematics to do. We've just had a look at the ladder.
Well,
there's going to be some serious mathematics to do, which is probably a little bit beyond us.
Oh, no.
So we'll wait for confirmation at the end of this one. But in the meantime, what we can tell you is we've got a fantastic game of footy on our hands.
And it's big tackle there by Mangere East. The fullback takes it forward. That, of course, is Luafar Leo. And now Marist, they've got a new lease of life on themselves. They're just outside the 30-metre mark. Mangere East have got a sweat here to try and hold them back as Marist.
So back into it we go.
No goose step this time.
And the Marist Saints now rucking it out, 40 metres out from their line. Olukita getting involved, and a good carry forward there. The ball has spilt loose off Olukita, and Atane V in. So we are going to have to wait for a little bit of maths to be done at full time to decide whether or not the Mangere East Hawks are in this one, ladies and gentlemen. But stay with us at full time. We'll bring you an update at that point. But in the meantime, I don't think Aaron and I are nearly good enough mathematicians to work out the scenario that we've got going on here.
Even
so we
Stevens
will wait.
all round.
Yeah, so plenty going on in this one. And don't trust the commentators to count.
Well,
40 metres out from the line.
You did say Mangere East had it in the bag. I'm sure it was you that made that call.
We'll have to go to the instant replay on that one. But out the back door they go now. Natane V dances back infield. Ball is stripped loose.
6 to go, Shane Ream says.
picks it up, so they come out towards this right edge now. And the Mangere East Hawks 7 points in it. What a game, Aaron.
An unbelievable game. Beautiful take up there by the Mangere East, and of course it is Tukia. He takes the ball for the big fella. He's got options to the right that goes to Chan. Chan runs and he gets past one. He is now 20 metres out. Hot on the attack, Mangere East. Was there a thumb ball? And there was.
It was, so that's exactly what the Marist Saints needed at this stage. A 7-point deficit to try and reverse with just under 7 minutes to go. They need a point a minute roughly. And you would think it's going to have to be by the way of 2 tries. So the Marist Saints getting what they needed there. This one now really starting to heat up here at Murray Halberg Park. The crowd's starting to come into it as well, Aaron. Plenty of noise from the locals.
Ream will be under a little bit of pressure, just trying to mathematically make sure he gets everything right. The ball comes into it, and on the attack now goes Marist, and again, they're just outside the 20 as the Bears into an early advantage of 10 points to 6 over Tianatu. Look at this, the Saints go marching in. Marist, they certainly lifted the intensity. Good meters.
So Ekaroma now coming in looking for a little bit of work. They go up over halfway, so certainly plenty of life left in this one. There's a little fumble in there, but it's going to be play on is the call. Plenty of players pointing around as Edemir comes back inside now, and they spread play out towards this left edge. A little bit of dancing there from Tupaua, and turns it back inside. Sevilio beats one. Eventually taken down there. They get their numbers. The Mangere East Hawks. There's numbers out towards the left and right here for the Saints. Edemir.
He goes straight through. Oh, wow.
Oh, this is exciting footy here at Murray Halberg Park. Edemir is going to go very close. They're pushed right up against the line here are the Marist Saints. Akawala into dummy half. Going to look to dart over. Not going to get there. Met in a good tackle. And that is probably not the player they needed there. They had numbers there, Mangere East, and you had to go out the back door at that stage. You think, is that the crucial blow?
That could be the ball game. 5 minutes to go. 7 points the difference. Now, if you were playing for the Hawks, you'd be milking every minute of the clock, wouldn't you?
I tell you what, there would be no one-handed carries, and certainly if I'm Matt Pilmer at this stage, I'm probably up on my feet, making sure I stress the little things here, hold the ball, and let's make sure we complete the set. Edemir involved in the tackle there, big contact as he enters the final 5 minutes of his career. Along with Siali'i Tufua, the two retiring players for the Saints today, as we see a Hawks player there take a little bit of a hit. Samuelu, a little ginger to the feet. Fa'atiti now into dummy half, and you can see it's pretty one-out stuff now, you would think, for them, Aaron.
Probably not what I would have probably done. I would have tried to turn Marist around. Bear in mind, there's still 5 minutes, still 10 odd sets of 6.
Still got a bit of footy to play, don't they?
Absolutely.
So Fa'atiti comes out towards the left edge, and maybe the little short kick, not the one even. Akaola, he might have spilt it. Play on, could be the call here. Machu picks it up. But we'll go back, and both the commentators will get a chance to calm down. Boy.
That could have been something special.
But you could see,
I tell you what, let's just talk about the future of Mangere East Hawks. If they can remain in the Fox Premiership, this young team of individuals can get more time together, they're going to be a team to watch in the future.
Absolutely. We mentioned earlier in the call a number of teenagers in this one, a number of boys in their early 20s. I think the veteran in their team is only 30 years old, Vili Tukia. So in the meantime, that short kick, and probably an ill-advised one, you would think at this stage of the game, is going to give the Saints an opportunity. It's going to be a Mangere East head and feed, it looks like.
3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. And Mangere East control the ball now, and they really have their own destiny in their own hands.
Absolutely. Tuipulotu takes it forward. Brown now comes out of dummy half and says, we won't do anything too exciting this time. We'll just take a dart and get us up to halfway. Tangetau finishes off the tackle, and they spin him around. It's looking to play the ball down a little bit. Natane V out towards his left. And it's, well, they're not going to win any awards for creativity in this set, are they, Aaron?
No, they're certainly not. Get it down the other end of the park, put it into touch, or try and get a repeat set of 6.
Just as we say that, Machu spreads play out towards the right now, and they bring Sa'alisi in onto the play. Puts a little step on infield, but good work from Ulukita there to make the tackle. So Marist Saints, Natane V on the ball. V shapes at the line, plays short, and just about catches Marist there. They get a little bit of second phase. V, they come wide now. Samuelu, they've got 2 into space. 2, a foot has gone in. The flag is up, and that's going to kill the play off. So just over 2 minutes, I should say, remaining in this one. Looks like it is the Mangere East Hawks game, a 7-point advantage. You would think it's going to be too big a ask for the Marist Saints here. You can see there, and he had a couple of feet in touch.
It's just about row A of the grandstand. So fantastic game. What a game of rugby league here at Murray Halberg Park, the SAS Fox Premiership. It's been outstanding. Shitty, was it what I thought it was going to be when I arrived here today?
And remembering, ladies and gentlemen, we will be bringing you the finals live on our live stream, aucklandleague.co.nz, to check that out as we shape up for the finals, which will involve the Point Chevalier Pirates, Glenora Bears, Howard Hornets, and Mount Albert Lions. In the meantime, the Marist Saints don't think they've been beaten. And of course, for the Mangere East Hawks, we wait to see what this result will mean for them, whether we're going to need a count back on points differential, or whether it will be that they will remain in the Fox Memorial Premiership. As it stands, I think Glenora with the lead out there, which is good news for the Hawks. Now, Marist take it forward here as we enter the dying exchanges in this one. Nice bit of second phase out the back door. Bill has spilt. Lua Falialo tries to get it. Howie Brown now scoops it up. Broken field. Howie Brown, he's not going to be caught. Howie Brown is going to run it in. And the Mangere East Hawks, awaiting confirmation from referee Shane Ream, are going to win this one. And they potentially are going to remain in the Auckland First Division. Ream points to the spot. Howie Brown celebrates the try. And it is all smiles for the Mangere East Hawks, the poor old Marist Saints. They fought valiantly today.
Here's the replay. Look at him go. He just got past one, showed a very clean pair of eels. And as he's done all day, Brown has steered the ship for Mangere East Hawks. And they will be safe as houses. I told you they were going to win this one. What are you doing to me, Corey?
Never in doubt, Aaron, never in doubt.
Unbelievable finish.
So that pretty much is going to do us for the action here. Do stay with us post-match. We will be catching up with the respective captains from both teams as we await confirmation of the kick. Natane V there. He's already got into the handshake. He's keen for the day to be over and get back to the club rooms.
Final play of the afternoon. A kick.
So Natane V to attempt the kick in front as Aaron and I blush as someone compliments our commentary.
Fancy bringing your mother along to the game, Corey. You know, isn't she lovely?
So Natane V to attempt the conversion from in front, which you would think is going to be the final play of the game. There's players down everywhere feeling the effects of what has been a very physical and fast SAS Fox Memorial Premiership encounter. A big thank you to all the people who have tuned in through the regular season as the kick goes over. Puts the exclamation point on it, and the siren goes in the background, ladies and gentlemen. And the Mangere East Hawks have won 33 points to 20. They beat the Marist Saints in this one, and we await confirmation for what that means for their season. We did know that the Glenora Bears held an advantage the last time we checked in that one, Aaron, but we will await confirmation of this one. But in the meantime, all that matters for the Mangere East Hawks is they have secured a fantastic victory here.
Not only did they secure a fantastic victory, the game had absolutely everything in it. Corey, they went end for end. We had some length of the field tries. We had some individual brilliance. I tell you what, though, what a game of rugby league. Rugby league is pretty strong in this country if we're dishing out games like that.
Yeah, fantastic stuff there. And to be honest, for most of that game, you know, that could have been two teams that are going to play finals footy. They completed beautifully. The discipline was really good. It was just an excellent game, and look, we wait to see what that means for the Mangere East Hawks. The way they were celebrating, I think they think they're staying in the Fox next year, but we wait and we will get the reaction from the guys who matter. Of course, the two captains. I think we'll hear from Fio Lavamai for the Mangere East Hawks, and I'm not sure if Tolia for Leo Pepe will front up for the post-match interview.
He'll be bitterly disappointed, I would imagine. Corey been out early of the first half, and yeah, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, so not the ideal result. Do stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to hear from the respective captains of this one. But what a game it was, ladies and gentlemen. We mentioned it had a little bit of everything, end-to-end rugby league here at Murray Halberg Park to wind up the regular season as the teams now go through their final chats with each other. And potentially, the result from the Te Aratu Roosters versus Glenora Bears game, the Mangere East Hawks have secured safety in the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership for next year, so we wait for confirmation on that one. For the Marist Saints, unfortunately, they fought valiantly today, actually played really well, won their middle battle, but just weren't quite able to execute some of their attacking opportunities in particular. So a disappointing end to the season for the Marist boys, but they have had plenty to deal with this year, a high injury toll. And congratulations to Coach Brendan Douglas and his boys on what has been an admirable campaign for them. In the background, we can hear the Mangere East boys celebrating. It's been a tough year for them as well. Don't forget, they started the year with Rob Nathan as coach, and after I think it was 9 rounds, Rob Nathan departed, and back came Matt Pilmer, the man who had coached them for so many years previously. And Matt Pilmer comes back, gets them a couple of huge results in the second round of the competition. And now we await to see what competition they will be playing in next year. But in the meantime, a quick prayer from the Mangere East boys. And for the Marist Saints boys, well, I dare say they can be proud of that effort. Fought really well, in particular, some big performances. I thought Simon Edemir in his farewell game, his last game for the Saints, was excellent. And some of their forwards, Valentino Luilafo and also Fernando Karima in the middle of the park, excellent for the home side today. So we will just in a couple of minutes hear from, I think, the captain of the victorious Mangere East Hawks, first of all. Getting up for this one, of course, kicked a field goal and then score a converted try and blow the lead out a little bit. 33 points to 20, the Hawks getting up eventually. So we do wait now to hear from the guys who matter and get reaction for what that was like on the field. And I imagine an emotional roller coaster, you would think, for both of these two teams. And we can see there Simon Edemir, game for the Marist Saints with Mount Albert back in 2006, played at a number of clubs, Glenora, Northcote, Richmond Junior. I was out for his Saints. Of course, at representative level as well, he featured a couple of years playing in the Samoa residence team. I think playing in Hawaii and heading over well, so he can bow out a champion. And also for Se'ili'i Tufua, who unfortunately suffered a bad injury in the first round of competition play. Not able to finish his but bows out today as well. So we are now joined by Fel Laveai from the Mangere East Hawks. First one, mate, what was going through your head in that one? That was a roller coaster of a game.
I mean, it came down to the last minute for us, but we just try to stick to our structures, play our game plan. We've been planning to play this whole week, and fortunately, yeah, came well for us.
Even when you sort of had a bit of an advantage there, it looked like you guys weren't content to just wrap the ball up and kind of play it out. You were playing a bit of footy at both ends of the park.
Yeah, I guess some of the boys got a bit too excited throughout the game. When it was time to hold the ball, we try to throw it on a bit, and I guess teams like Marist, they punished us for it. But we're lucky to hold them off for the 80 minutes, and we're just happy.
Marist certainly more than held their own in the middle, and it was a tough battle today in the middle of the park. Two forward packs who really went at each other.
Yeah, we knew Marist was going to come down the middle for us this week prepping up, so we try to keep our A's and our B's close in that ruck area. We worked on it a lot. Marist dominated it throughout the first half, but came second. We pulled our socks up and kept that middle tight.
And a bit of Howie Brown magic always goes a treat. He was good today with the footwork as well. Obviously scored the try, but really good for you in the halves.
Yeah, Howie's been a key player for us this year. He's had the opportunity to play at the back this week. A little change for him, but I guess he adapted well, and you know, he's just one of our leaders in our team, and he stepped up today when we needed him.
Most important question of the day, have you heard the Te Atatu score?
We just found out they lost their win. So yeah, see us next year in Fox.
Well, congratulations on behalf of the Auckland Rugby League. You've fought really hard this year. It hasn't been the best year for the Mangere East Hawks, but you are playing Fox Memorial Premiership footy next year, so congratulations and enjoy the night.
Cheers, thank you, appreciate it.
So thank you to Lau for joining us. We are now going to hear from the captain of the Marist Saints. As the Mangere East boys get into a bit of a... we are now joined by the captain of the Marist Saints. Made a disappointing game, a bit of a roller coaster game. It kind of swayed, but in the end, I guess Marist may be guilty of just not taking the opportunities that were given.
Yeah, exactly. We knew that Mangere was going to come out firing in the first half, but actually, in which they did as well. They just played out all their sets. Their completion rate was on top of the list. Again, they had just a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm out there, whereas we were kind of just seemed like we were dragging our bodies out there. But again, yeah, right from the get-go, we knew that Mangere was just going to be a tough game. They had something to fight for, especially to stay up next year as well. So give credit to them on their win. So.
You mentioned obviously Mangere East had it all to fight for, literally fighting for their lives in the Fox, so it was always going to be hard to probably match their mindset today, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. More starts in the warm-up as well, and once we got out, we knew that they were warming up already, so again, we knew that their mindset was already set, probably as soon as they drove into the car park. But yeah, it was just right from the get-go, probably as soon as they entered the changing rooms, they knew it was just, they had their season, they had their team fighting for next year. So again, yeah, I think it was hard to match that, especially with us. And I mean, like we wanted to win, but yeah, just again seemed like Mangere kind of wanted it more. So
losing Toliafoa in the first hit up of the game didn't help either.
Yeah, exactly. Especially losing a big unit like that. yeah, it was kind of sad to see him go down. But then we had our other seniors out there trying to lead. But then, yeah, shucks, yeah, I just got to say Hawks kind of had the better game than us. So.
Just finally, it's obviously not been the season that you wanted at Marist. I know you always set yourselves a target of making the finals, but plenty of positives to take from a year. You've unearthed a number of young guys.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're just trying to nurture these young ones that's coming through us. And we've got our senior boys who's kind of hitting the old age now, especially myself. And so it's kind of good to bring in these young ones and kind of just develop the club from here.
Commiserations on the loss, but congratulations on a really tough season for you guys, and all the best.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you. Cheers.
So that does it for our coverage of the regular season of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. Remembering, we'll be bringing you the finals next week. Check aucklandleague.co.nz for all the details of that. And before that, also the SAS College Rugby League Grand Finals. We're bringing you 3 games back-to-back on Wednesday night. So join us live there again. All those details available on aucklandleague.co.nz and all the Auckland Rugby League social media channels. So in the meantime, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on Wednesday.